and coaches of the All-Star Showdown League. It's your favorite bitch boy, Thought Slayer 420 69 69 69. Back at it with another playoff implications video. Week 11, we're at it right now. This is our second video, I believe, for playoff implications. I think what's his name? Dog Boy over here can help me with that one.
Yep, second one so far this season.
I'd like to make really fast. So first off, congratulations to the Washington Capitals for winning the Stanley Cup. Liddy boy. If LeBron goes to the Warriors, the NBA will be broken.
It's already broken, so.
Boban Marjanovic is the greatest player in the NBA. He's starring in John Wick 3. Make sure you pre-order your tickets right now. It comes out in a year. I think that about covers it. Oh, and also fund me to get me a headset because my earbuds broke, so I don't have any earbuds right now. So rip.
All right.
Let's
Well,
hop right into the video.
that was an intro.
I told you I haven't planned.
All right, let's do it.
Let's hop right into this with the dog shit teams. Currently in 14th is the Denver Numerals, coached by the loser, aka the master. 0-11, -29, 7 games back, he's eliminated. Blake, honestly, you should have won probably at least 5 games this year. You've played very well. There's been games where you've outplayed people and just flat out lost. It's hard to watch. Blake should be one of these teams up towards the top in the middle of the pack right now. But sadly, he's had trouble end game. Just he's gotten unlucky, I feel like. Tough season for Blake so far. He has 2 games left to prove himself and try to pick up a win so he doesn't have an infamous 0-13 season. If that happens, you're going to be such a meme. So just do not lose these next 2 games. I will never stop making fun of you. But yeah, pick up a win in week 12 or week 13 and then try to pick up another one in the consolation bracket. You suck.
Don't be a meme. Don't be a meme. So yeah, I don't. No one has ever actually gone 0-13, and I don't think it's ever gonna happen. At least this season, I think Demaster's gonna be able to pull out a win between his last 2 games. But yeah, like you said, he should have a lot more wins than he currently does have. I don't think he would be a playoff team because if we're saying there's wins that he should have had, those would be games based on hacks, and I think it's about 3 games that really killed him. A lot of it, he even says it himself, his end game is not what he would like it to be. That's really what's costing him some games. But hey, we've seen crazier things happen in the playoff bracket. Like the lowest seed teams tend to do well. Yeah, Rocker went really far after he didn't win a single game in the regular season, then went to the finals of the consolation bracket. Shadow didn't win a game all season. He went to the championship last season, or he won 1 game all season after taking over for Rocker, as Rocker took over for Shadow in the previous season. Whole great timeline there. But yeah, Demaster definitely has some chances in the consolation, but yeah, this season's probably want to be something that he wants to just scratch off and forget about.
Okay, so the next team we have to go over is currently in 13th. It's the Washington Waylords, coached by Country Boy Cameron. He's 3-8, -27, 4 games back, eliminated off a 4-0 loss to Milan, in which he just didn't seem to have any control of that game whatsoever. His next 2 games are against Gran and Demaster. And right now, it's just all about having a nice end to the season and then improving on it next year. He's done better than last year, I believe. I'm not certain. I'm pretty bad at remembering records because
He went 1-12 last season.
Yeah, so I'm getting smarter. I know I'm a god. So he's had an improvement so far this season. Why not keep doing that, Cam? Put some effort forth in these last 2 games and the consolation bracket and get ready for next year when you have a shot at the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, for the teams that are all eliminated for playoffs, it's really just have fun with it for these last 2 weeks. Try stuff that you've always wanted to try with your Mons. If you really want to
Experiment.
yeah, just try your try sets that you want to. Um, and set yourself up for consolation bracket. That's always a thing that we just keep it going so people don't lose interest in bonds. We keep it going. And yeah, Cam has had a great improvement. You know, he started off really hot and cooled off a lot. He went on a pretty big losing streak throughout the middle of the year, middle of the season. So I think if he can keep it more consistent, he could definitely be in the thick of the playoff race. But he just really took a downward spiral towards the middle of the season.
Sad. All right, so the next team we're gonna go over is currently in third or currently in 12th. That's the PC Barcelona, coached by Shadow. He's 4-7 with a negative 11 differential. 3 games back, he's been eliminated, and he's coming off a disappointing loss to TJ, the Snack. 5-0 was the loss. Shadow has 2 games remaining against Ian and Keister. Just like the two teams behind you, just keep improving. You've done better than last year. You've had a lot of great prep this year, and I definitely see you improving next year. Just try to win as many games as you can to end the year and do well in the consolation bracket.
Yeah, Shadow is finally eliminated from the playoffs. If he did not take this 5-0 loss to TJ, if he was actually able to win this game, there was a decent shot at him making playoffs. But of course, that's going to be squandered at this point. There's only 2 games left, and he's 3 games back. So any 4-7 team or below is going to be eliminated indefinitely. And I mean, to be fair, even if he's sitting at 5-6 right now, he's got a hard schedule to end out the season. But yeah, again, same thing with Cam. Shadow went 2-11 last season, I think. So just a huge improvement there, and I really like how he was able to turn it around. And yeah, hope you'll do better in the next season.
Well said. So the team currently in 11th is the Amsterdam Alakazams, coached by Commander Milan. He is 4-7 with a negative 9 differential, and he's 3 games back. His clinch scenario is he eliminated from playoffs. Milan is legit dad goals and has that hot dad bod. Hashtag love me. Parentheses Susie Milan exclamation mark. He's coming off a very solid week.
I just noticed that.
Very solid week 11 win over Cam. Now that he finally has his sort of stally team, you can see. I think everyone saw how well Milan played. It was truly a dominant performance. He looked very elite in that game. He has 2 games remaining against TJ and Gran. I think he picks up at least one of those wins. I think Milan is battler. I honestly think he beats TJ in week 12. Just like the other ones behind you, just pick up some more wins, and I think you have the best shot of anyone in the consolation bracket. So don't prove me wrong.
Yeah, so we got Milan here, and I've said it every time. It's just an unfortunate situation for him, at least in this season. He does have his spot secured for next season, so I mean that's something to look forward to. But yeah, basically just do what you can with the season. I can definitely see him pulling some major upsets and shifting the playoff bracket around. I think they're about 50-50 calls whether he's going to beat TJ or Gran. They're both fantastic coaches, but Milan is also an equally fantastic coach. So those are definitely games to be on the lookout for. And he can make some waves in the playoff picture. We'll see how that ends up. But yeah, I think he's going to go very far in the consolation bracket, and I would honestly be surprised if he lost it.
Okay, I have one more comment to make. Something that someone's been telling me to tell you for a long time. So, many people are unhappy with the way you pronounce Milan's name by calling him Mylan, like the stuff in your brain that's called myelin. Mylen. It's Milan, boy. People like Keystarks get ticked off by this pronunciation. So don't anger everyone.
All right.
I'm just playing with you. Okay. The team in 10th is the St. Louis Swablues, coached by Malone. 4-7, -8 differential, 3 games back, eliminated, and coming off a ugly loss against Ian, 5-0. His remaining 2 games are against Keister and Ian. Malone, you've had a decent season. You've had some nice wins this year. I've seen some improvement from you this year, and I think next year could be a very good season for you. So just like everyone behind you, like I've said every single time about everyone before, and I'm sorry I'm so repetitive. More wins, and let's see how you do in the consolation brackets.
Yeah, I'm gonna be repetitive as well. I said the same thing with Shadow. Well, if he won this game and didn't get destroyed differential wise and get knocked out record wise, I think there's an okay chance at him making playoffs. Although he has a what in the hell did you just draw?
That's brand new to Google, dude. That's brand new to Google. I can scribble now. Look at this.
I don't need you to scribble. I
It's
don't need you.
crazy.
I don't need you to scribble on my slides. So yeah, I'm gonna say just basically even if Malone wins this game, I don't truly think he could make playoffs unless he pulls up some huge games. Because realistically, he would have to win the rest of his games, which means he's got to beat Keister, which is a bloodthirsty team for the playoffs, and he'd have to beat EN, which EN will likely be playing for a spot. I've been talking with EN, and he might try and shift up his spot just to give him the best chance of winning everything, which is not a bad idea. But yeah, Malone has had a nice season. He's gotten some big wins, so you can't really be if you're Malone, you can't really be mad about this season. You've had some very impressive victories, and yeah, keep throwing stuff against the wall, see what sticks, and hopefully we'll see a playoff run from you in the future.
Analogy because if you throw stuff at the wall, his best chance of something sticking is throwing some shit at the wall, but you don't never want to throw shit at the wall. So,
Oh my God,
it,
what is
all right.
this?
So the team currently in ninth is the greatest franchise in the All-Star Showdown League, the Utah Hoots, by the mastermind of the franchise, Susie. He's currently 5-6 with a -14 differential, which is dog shit bad.
That is horrendous.
Back. He's currently in the playoff hunt, and despite his chiseled jawline, he got 6-0 last week by Ian in a game where honestly, I don't know where it went wrong. I feel like I was in that game, and then everything just started dying slowly but surely.
In the game, and then you weren't, and then
I
everything
just
died.
like I don't. It didn't feel like it was a 6-0. It was not that far off of a game for a 6-0. He preserved like 3 Mons with like 10% health, but unfortunate. My two remaining games are against AZ and Hutch, both solid coaches. Actually, only one of them's a good coach, and I play
Right.
the good coach in week 12. So I need to win both those games, and I need to like go ape shit on these boys. I need to straight 5-0 or 6-0 them. I'll
Re-
highlight what I need to fix. This
realistic.
-14 needs to
Re-
get way bigger and way fatter to like maybe like a -2. And then I gotta go 7-6. And I need this boy TCP, who's very good, to just straight Toronto Raptors right now and just straight choke. And
yeah.
just straight Toronto Raptors so hard. And then I need what else? Yeah, AZ can only win that one game against TCP, and he needs to lose to me. My odds of making the odds of me making the playoffs are very low, but crazier things have happened, and I'm sure I would be a great addition to the playoff bracket just due to my beautiful face.
Perfect analysis. Thank you, Susie. So,
I try.
yeah, so you need to win both of your games indefinitely. Um, that 6-0 did not even close to help. Your differential is horrendous, if I'm honest. The nice thing about AZ being able to only win one more game, I mean, you play him in one of your games, that already gives you an advantage. If you beat him there, then that helps out a lot. But TCP is going to have to lose a combined 7 differentials while also losing 2 games. So TCP needs to lose like a 3-0 and a
Dude,
4-0 or something like that. But
show.
yeah, you got to win by big margins. So if I'm being honest, if it comes down to it, just to mess with you, I'm gonna bring explosion on all of my mons just to piss you off.
I'm gonna straight kill you. I'm gonna expose you so hard on your 7-41 record.
All right, before we move on, what's a Zardwise swap in? Moving on to Keister.
Hard why swapping? You won't even see the field when I set up on you with cursed Pharaoh seed.
Dude, I am terrified.
You better be. So aside from Hutch saying I have no Zard why swapping, swapping. Let's move on to the coach of the Phoenix Flygons, Keister. Keister is 5-6 with a -9 differential, and he's 2 games back. Playoff hunt, and to make it, he needs to straight just daddy dick a few players. 6-0. He needs CCP, or as highlighted in black. Thank you, Hutch, for that. So that makes it way easier to tell.
It's an important word. That's a very important word in that statement.
TCP or Ian to lose their next 2 games. And then TCP needs to lose at least 3 differential, or Ian needs to get straight just dog raped and lose a differential of at least 11. AZ can only win 1 more game. So Keister, the odds are still pretty slim for you, but you're kind of good at Mons, so I think you can pull it off. So good luck.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Keister. His differential is definitely going to hold him back, if anything, but he's got a much more flexible shot than you do because
easier schedule.
Yeah, he is. I mean, having the ability to have Ian tank is a possibility, but Ian's got to lose a 6-0 and a 5-0 or a 6-0 and a 6-0, and I don't think that's happening. I just don't. What are you doing? You're messing my slides. But
Good for the
yeah.
viewer, okay?
I mean, TCP losing 2 games is, a possibility. He's got a pretty difficult schedule heading on out. He plays EN and AZ, so like pretty much just TCP's games are 100% pivotal and very, very important. But yeah, Keister can really do it, but he's gotta pick up some huge wins over Malone and Shadow.
Yes. Okay, so the next team we are moving on to is the Houston Hoopas, coached by AZ in his first season in the All-Star Showdown League. AZ has done very well. He is 6-5 with a -1 differential point, and he is 1 game back. He's coming off a solid win over Demaster, in which was one of the more exciting battles of the entire season. Both coaches played very well. That was definitely a solid game. His remaining games are against me and TCP, both teams in the playoff hunt, which means the prep is going to be very solid from both coaches, excluding me because I suck at prep. But AZ is going to have to put some good prep together and some great play if he wants to make the playoffs. But at least his clinch scenario is a lot easier than Keister and mine. He's still in 1 game, and if he wins that 1 game, he can make it as long as TCP loses his last 2. Or if he decides to go out there and win his next 2 games and be 8-5, which is a tremendous record. TP to win 1 game. And Hutch or TJ can lose a game. But that's a lot less likely besides Hutch, because Ian and TJ are pretty good.
Yep, so AZ has a very, very real shot at making playoffs here. So the way you look at it is TCP is likely going to lose to EN. We're going to say it just because EN has been fantastic. So if that's the case, then if AZ does beat TCP, that would mean that AZ clinches playoffs indefinitely. And if TCP somehow does beat EN, then AZ is going to need to rack up enough differential so that if he does beat TCP, he can beat him out in a differential tiebreaker. So I would say, Mr. I get 6-0'd a lot, I would 6-0 him. He is renowned for getting 6-0'd or blown back by differential. And
I'm going to report you to my sexual offender office.
I'm sorry, I had to. You complain about all my teams having rock weaknesses, so I gotta complain
Always
about you.
rock week. I can throw like a freaking pebble down and half your team dies.
Do it.
I did like 2 years ago. Who has a
Bring it
better
up here.
draft league record against each other history-wise? Me. I'm better than you in draft league when we play each other. So shut up.
I'm going to go look through the replays later. But right now, AZ, you got a very good shot
I know
at
it's a
this.
fact.
You got a very good shot at this. Your differential is probably not the best. It's respectable at least. It's not it might hold you out of playoffs, which is why it's kind of just on the border. But yeah, the AZ is a real shot. He's really got to tighten up in these last 2 games and get some wins.
A very feeble-minded individual. The team currently in the bottom of the playoff teams right now is the Hartford Whalers, coached by the Crispy Panda. TCP is currently 7-4, 5 differential, and he's coming off a solid victory over Keister, where he won 4-0. 2 games are very difficult. Keister might have the hardest record, or hardest, whatever you call it, hardest schedule remaining, where he plays both EN, like you were saying, that's a game where he may lose, and then AZ, who's a very solid coach, who I think matches up pretty well. TCP, honestly, I wouldn't bet against you. You're a solid battler. Honestly, dropping. Screw it. No one's dropping. TCP's too good. But win against TCP, and then you can feel safe. Good luck. I think you're making the playoffs, and you're honestly sleeper in the playoffs. You're just too good of a builder to lose first round.
So, on the contrary of AZ, where it helps him a lot to play TCP, where if he wins that game and beats you, there's a really good chance that he gets into the playoffs. But TCP can lock up the TCP can just lock up his spot if he beats AZ. So in reality, his Week 12 game doesn't matter at all. It really only matters for seeding. It only matters for, like, we were saying earlier how if he gives up big differential, it could let in Keister or even you. Only Week 13 matters. That's the only game that matters.
Yeah.
Because if TCP were to win, then lose, he has a chance to lose in the tiebreaker. But if AZ were to win the next week, he'd sit at 7-5, and if TCP lost this week, he'd sit at 7-5. And then if he beats AZ, it doesn't matter anyways because he's at 8-5 and AZ is at 7-6. So I mean, TCP does not need to stress over playing EN. It only matters if he wants a higher seed potentially. But the game against AZ, that is going to be a hype game. That is going to decide a playoff spot, assuming AZ wins against you. And that's going to be a hype match. Be on the lookout for that Week 13.
Thank you for that seldom insightful analysis from you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 5th is the Arcane Arcanines. Anyone who calls it the Arcaniners, just go kill yourself. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Don't actually do that. We don't have any waivers signed, so I could actually get sued. Well,
oh my god. He's worried about getting sued here.
You don't know who I am, huh? You have no idea who I am. I'm just Mr. Susie or
your personal assistant to the realm of the playoff implications.
Bot Slayer 420 69 69 69. Yeah, that's me.
Something like that.
So Ian coaches the Arcanines. He's 7-4 with a positive 13 differential. That's pretty fire, dude. He is currently in 5th place, and he's coming off a very solid 5-0 win over Malone. His remaining 2 games are versus Shadow and TJ. Scenario is pretty solid, as should be expected for a team who's 7-4 after 11 games. Yeah, that's a great comment I have at the bottom left. I'm glad you saw that.
God.
Ian can clinch with 2 more wins, or he can clinch with 1 if AZ loses 1 more game, and we all know that's happening because AZ plays me. Sorry, AZ, you're cool, but I'm better. Not really. Or he can clinch with no more wins if AZ loses 2 games, and Keister and I both lose 1 because we both suck.
Got him.
And
all right, so also the scenario that I didn't put up here is if any of the 7-4 teams are able to reach plus 18 differential, they are out of range of being overtaken by AZ. So the best differential that AZ can hit would be, I think it's 8-5 with a plus 11. So if teams are able to in Week 12 make it to 8-4 with a plus 18, they will be out of range because then they will only have one more game to play, and the lowest they can drop down to is a plus 12, assuming they get 6-0 in week 13. So if teams are able to make it to 8-4 with a plus 18, that's the magic number right now. So there's scenarios where Ian can clinch it even sooner. I'll even write this in. Magic number equals 8-4 with a plus 12, just so I can put this onto other teams as well. So yeah, that's basic, or not plus 12, plus 18. So that's what's gonna get you in right now. And I've said it for a while. Ian's basically a lock for playoffs. He's been playing really well this season. That's just a dominant victory by Malone. And he had a little bit of a lower differential, but he's really gaining ground quickly to try and contest me and TJ in those top two spots. Well, not the top two spots, but the third and fourth spot. So he's trying to make a run at it. And yeah, Ian has really played well this season.
For saying that. Okay, the team currently in fourth is the Laughingstock League, coached by the air quotes personality of YouTube, Hutch 0322. Are a disappointing franchise. I would compare the Portland Timbers to the Toronto Raptors.
Oof. Haven't even hit the
Loves to
playoffs yet.
choke. This team
Haven't even hit the
chokes.
playoffs yet. Does this mean I'm gonna be fired after doing or having a fantastic season? Damn, someone's gonna be taking over
Like
my
coach of the
team.
year, then get fired.
Man, at least I get the award.
Yeah, at least you can look at their award every day. So
Yeah.
Hutch, the good news for Hutch is he somehow won somehow won 7 games. I think he paid off the coaches through PayPal. He has a lot of money. His differential's plus 16
I will
again.
not be providing screenshots.
His remaining games, he has one of the easier schedules remaining. He plays 2 of the worst coaches in the All-Star Showdown League in both the Master and myself.
I can
Again,
agree with
I
that.
use PayPal as well, so that's why I have 5 wins.
Correct. Also, 4 of those are against non-winning teams, and one of them was against a
The
team that
one was
was
when he
two
was
and
1
four at
and
the time.
30.
Thought it was 2-4, but yeah, whatever. Close enough.
They're both bad. Well, anyways, yeah, half the league wins because they just pay off on PayPal. Well, whatever. So
Or they click rest, sleep, talk, / setup and kill everything.
that's true also.
That's basically how this league works. All
Well,
right.
Hutch is in a good situation right now. 4 wins, or 1 more win if AZ can lose 1 more game, or 0 more if AZ loses 2 and Keister and I both lose 1. Pretty much an easier way to put it is his magic number is 8-4 and plus 18. So the odds of Hutch not making the playoffs all depend on his bank account, but I'm pretty sure he has money in there right now, so to none that Hutch decides to pull a Raptors and choke before the playoffs.
I mean, do you want me to cash that to you right now? Just in advance?
Just wait and watch Hutch make the finals again and lose again. It'll be the biggest meme of all time.
Dude, it's already the biggest meme of all time. All right. So basically, myself got me at number 4. Honestly, I didn't think I would even make playoffs because I had to go play Milan, a player who destroys me over and over again. He's fantastic at the game. Gran had a fantastic team and also a very good player. But I won both those games, and now I get to play Demaster, who's winless, and Susie, who... Yeah, I don't think I need to explain that. But yeah, pretty simple magic number. 8-4 with a plus 18. So if I win my next game at +2 differential, or if I lose, or if I win against Susie at a +2 differential, if I win either of those games with a +2 differential, I'm in. Even if I lose both of those, there's a chance that I still clinch. Like, even if AZ wins 2 games, there's still a chance that I still make it. It's a weird scenario, but I mean, the chance of me losing both those games is just like slim to none. So we'll see how it turns out. And yeah, the playoff seeding will be interesting, but we'll be able to talk more about that next week about how stuff like that's going to shape up.
Do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love. Sorry, I didn't have any good thing to put in there. I just tried to
You tried.
like spitball and
I
add
commend you
something
on that.
cool, but more teams to go over. But I'm pretty sure our recording's at 31 minutes right now, and I want to go to sleep or go play MLB The Show. And Hutch has school tomorrow, and it's his first day of sixth grade tomorrow, so we need
I
to hurry
know,
up.
I'm so excited, guys. First day of school in June.
Sixth grade gang, boy.
Gang gang.
you you live in Alaska, right?
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm Nicaraguan.
Nicaragua, you mean?
Nicaraguan, yeah.
Why?
Cause that's where I'm from, so don't make fun of my people. Okay, the team currently in third is the Slow Bohemians, coached by the Hacksmaster himself, Mister. I should have got 6-0, but I hacked Susie, even though the crit didn't matter, but Susie still says it does. And I know it doesn't matter, but I'm still salty about it because I should have made playoffs last year just to get 6-0 in round one. Coached by TJ, B1451. TJ
You
is
done
7 and
ranting?
4, 19, and he's coming off a nice 5-0. His remaining two games are versus his AMS, more like ALS. Haha.
Do I have to put another disclaimer? Jesus Christ.
and coached by Ian. Dude, the first intro was a disclaimer already. You know what I called myself?
Yeah. I'm
Okay, so
just roll with
scenario
it.
for TJ right here, but TJ kind of already made the playoffs with his record and his differential. So as long as you don't
No, that's false.
as long as you don't really fuck up, you'll make the playoffs. But for the people who are very technical and make me read stuff like Hutch, TJ clinches with 2 more wins, or if he wins one and AZ loses one, he makes it, or or he has the same scenario as Hutch and what's his name, Ian.
Okay,
Um,
so I actually don't read the clinch scenario. He only needs one win. Any way, shape, or
oh
form.
my god, I hate you.
I realize this now. Calm down.
I'm telling my dad what you did.
Do it. You ain't about it.
Okay, so yeah, TJ, just don't fuck up. You made the playoffs. Good job. And I'm getting rid of this right here. Sorry, I hate this thing. Get out of there. Oh no. Get out of there. Yeah, there we go.
It's just a shiny Komodo. It's just a watermelon dragon. Don't hate. So, basically, like I said, TJ needs to win a game. It really doesn't matter how he wins the game. He just has to win a game, and he will be able to clinch. Yeah, pretty simple. He has arguably one of the hardest schedules coming up. So, stop. Komodo. Yeah, 2018. You're missing something. Should be a
Changing
hash.
what?
Should be a hashtag stop Komodo 2018. We have both suffered the
Oh, I'm so
fate.
stupid. Ah.
We have both suffered the fate of Komodo and TJ absolutely obliterating our hearts and souls. So yeah, we'll get rid of this. We don't need to remember that. So yeah, he's gonna be playing Milan, which is a team that could, like I said, shake up the playoff race, and then Ian, a team that's probably gonna want to beat TJ just to get a better seed than him. And yeah, it's gonna be looking interesting. TJ's pretty much got his spot locked up as long as he can win one game. And even if he loses both of his games, there's a chance that he can still make it in, assuming stuff happens. Like I said, he clinches with no wins. If AZ loses 2 games and Keister and Susie lose one, AZ can also lose one game, and then TJ still be safe as long as differential plays out, which I imagine it will be. So TJ's pretty much safe, and yeah, we'll see how it ends up.
Next team is the Aussie Kangaskhan's semicolon. Oh, I don't know what you call that mark. Smiley face, coached by excellent name. Ian is 9-2. He's positive 25 differential. He's 2 games ahead. Real talk though. Instead of Aussie Kangaskhan, isn't it more like Assy Kangaskhan? Ah!
Isn't it more like the St. George Dragonites? What a meme. I'm bad at updating this.
Yeah, how'd you forget that? That was sad.
Because it was on the ones from last year, and I was like, oh, this is easy. It's like 11 o'clock at night. I love just being able to do this easy. Deoxys towering over the competition. And
Gotta make
yeah.
him look hella thick, dude. His thighs are like so sick, actually. And he's got that thigh gap. Like, girls would go
Stop, stop,
nuts for
stop,
that
stop,
thigh
stop,
gap.
stop, stop, stop,
Dude,
stop.
like, Deoxys defense, if this thing's a female, I would smash.
Actually stop. Actually stop.
Up, we're gonna go over his schedule. I'm not gonna actually smash. He's got a gross nose.
That's the only reason.
Dude, his thigh gap is nuts.
Dude, stop. Jesus.
So, in week 12, EN plays TCP and then he plays Malone. EN's already clinched. Right now, he's playing for the number 1 seed, and I honestly think he's going to get it. I think he's too good of a battler to not get it. So, yeah, I think he's going to win both of these games and be 11-2, and he is my pick to win it all. But that's only because of Daddy Thicko Deoxys right over there.
Yeah,
Good
so
luck. Good luck getting the 1 seed, dude, and go win that ship so I don't look like an idiot.
I have the smiley face on there just because, like I said, I did St. George Dragonites last week and Ian got mad at me. He was like, "Why didn't you put Ozzy King's cons on there?" I was like, "I'm sorry." So yeah, basically just put that there. Sorry about that last week, but um, he's got a relatively interesting schedule. We'll go with that. It's pretty simple for him to clinch a bye, though. He gets to play Malone or TCP, both very, very winnable games for him. And he's also my pick to win it all. And even though I'm in the playoff race, I still pick him to win it all. I stand by that opinion.
Oh, you suck.
If history repeats itself over the course of the last 2 seasons, I will lose to him in the finals. That's what I'm predicting. Hey, maybe something else will happen. That'll be interesting. And yeah, Ian has just played fantastic. He had a little bit of a rocky start. He was like 3-2 at one point. Hasn't lost a game since, and he's absolutely tearing it up. He could get the 1 seed. I think he has an easier end of the season than Gran, possibly. I also think, no offense to Gran, but Ian has proved himself more in the ASL, so I could see him taking the 1 seed over Gran. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. He has clinch
That
playoffs,
choking
though.
sound you heard was because I was coughing, and it was just me choking because I thought it was the playoffs and I was you. And second off, I'm really angry because I had something really witty to say, and then I
Susie,
couldn't say it
Susie,
because I
you've been
forgot.
6-0 like 3 times this year. That's the reason you're not in the playoff race right now.
Know how much money I get paid on PayPal to get 6-0'd.
I mean, it better be some big bucks, dude.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say.
Oh yeah?
Because I'm only in one league right now, I haven't won a game in over a month and a half almost.
Oof. Mega
Yeah,
oof.
5 weeks, so we're getting up there.
Wow.
Okay, so in first is Cody Link Lang United. I put that in as a joke because Cody coached this team for the first 2/3 of the season, I think.
7 games.
Grant
It's like half.
over, and he's dropped 2, and I think he's won 2.
2-2.
He's got a positive 30 differential, and he's 2 games ahead. He's coming off a loss to oh
The
god, I
worst
hate
team in the league, you remember?
the laughing stock of the league, the
Yep.
Toronto Raptors of the league.
Yep.
22 hashtag. This guy changed his name on Overwatch Twitch because he couldn't get any streamers or watcher thingies
Yo, hit me
subs.
up. Twitch.tv/Gazelle_OW. Hit me up. Hit me up.
The easiest remaining schedules he plays Milan and what's his name? Cam. Sorry, I'm tired. Gran's already clinched. Right now, he's fighting for that 1 seed. En is playing better as of right now. Schedule, and he has a a lead of 5 on differential currently, so it's going to be close to see who wins the battle. But as long as he can win both these games and win one of them, at least I think 2 or 3-0, then he should be fine. So good luck, Gran.
Yeah, to get the number 1 seed, I honestly think he's going to have to win both these games. And if he wins them like both 2-0, then I think he's pretty much okay. But
Into the math.
yeah, Gran's really just got to set himself up the best that he possibly can for the playoffs. I mean, he's already clinched. Yeah, there's not really much more that he can do. I take back my statement that he has a harder schedule than Ian. He definitely does not. Ian has the harder schedule, but yeah, we'll see just how it shapes up towards the end of the season. But I could see either of them getting the first overall seed. I just don't know who it's going to be just yet.
Thank you for that touch. Finally, we're gonna go to the playoff picture where I just made a border, and I think that looks low key, kind of heat, but it doesn't look as good as it could look. So I'm gonna go back. That looks really nice, as you can tell. That looks so sweet, doesn't it?
Yes, you just made my other border larger. Good job, Susie.
There was no border there. Shut up.
There was a border. It's a 2 pixel border.
As you can see from the doc created by someone in the league, I don't remember who it was. We don't really talk to that guy that much.
Yep, you've never spoken to that guy in your life.
Hate that guy. As as you can see, um, is three through 9 is super tight. It's gonna be a fun couple of weeks to look out for. And before we leave, I just want to sing a little tune from a song I'm sure you guys all know.
Oh God.
Our house in the middle of our street. Our house. Our house in the middle of the street. Our house where we used to fall asleep. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I try my hardest. I know I got golden vocals. I try so hard. Thanks for being with us tonight. We were here for around 40 something minutes. I want to kill myself now. Don't not actually doing that. Again, you can't sue me because you don't know who I am. So we're all good. I'll get a waiver out soon. And thank you for watching, and stay away till next week so we can spend 40 minutes again doing dumb shit.
Yeah, dude. See you guys next week. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Wait, this says week 10. All right, now you are complete in life.
God.
Don't even worry about it. See you guys.